My name is Rick Van Hoos from WLKY, and it's my pleasure to be back here doing the Mosaic Awards. It's one of my favorite events of the year. You're my people. I love being here, and I love what this represents. This is the 19th annual Mosaic Awards, but for 116 years, JFCS has been serving the community here, and that is something to be proud of for sure. Let's start the evening tonight with a word from our governor, Andy Beshear.
Hi everyone, it's Andy. Thank you for inviting me to deliver a message this evening as we celebrate some incredible Kentuckians. Tonight, we are recognizing so many who've made a positive impact in the Louisville community. As governor, I've always said, and I firmly believe, that diversity is an asset, an essential asset, and that it makes us better. I believe that as a Commonwealth, we should want and encourage a diverse population with diverse thought. That's how we move forward together. It's how we encourage new companies to call Kentucky home, and it's how we build a better Kentucky for every child. The individuals being honored tonight exemplify that and more. You all serve as leaders in your community. You've worked to increase access to health care, support Louisville youth, increase access to education, and overall, build a more welcoming and inclusive community. As governor, I want to thank you for your leadership and to congratulate you on being recognized tonight. I also want to recognize the first company to ever receive an award at this ceremony, GE Appliances. GE Appliances is leading the way with its innovative program that encourages workplace diversity and inclusion. This is what Team Kentucky is all about. Thank you to the Jewish Family and Career Services for making this awards event possible for the last 19 years and for all your work to create more opportunity for our people. Let's keep doing the work to build our new Kentucky home. Remember, life is short, so keep doing good things and be kind to each other.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone. As Rick said, my name is Ann Monell, and I'm the Executive Director of the Legacy Foundation of Kentuckiana. And on behalf of the foundation, it is truly my honor to present the Jeff and Phyllis Osborne Scholarship Award, which recognizes an immigrant or refugee pursuing a degree in nursing or an allied healthcare profession. So this scholarship fund was the vision of Alice Bridges. I'm sure many of you know her. Alice is sitting over here with her brother, Kevin Osborne. But Alice, I've known Alice for a long time. She is a well-respected and well-known Louisville nonprofit leader and the past director of the Jewish Hospital and St. Mary's Foundation. Alice created a permanent endowment fund to honor her parents, Jeff and Phyllis Osborne, who devoted many years of volunteer service to the immigrant community through Catholic Charities, creating a world where immigrants, refugees, and migrants are treated with dignity and respect. And tonight, we have the privilege of honoring an outstanding Spalding University student, Onileola Ilesanmi. Oni left Nigeria, an economically struggling country, in 2008 and came to the United States seeking opportunities for a better future. In Nigeria, he says, the U.S. was depicted as a country with many educational and job opportunities, and he saw migration to the U.S. as his best hope for a meaningful life. Drawn to our higher education system here in Louisville, Oni sought training for a career that is in high demand. But more than just job stability, he wanted a profession that is personally fulfilling, and that led him to nursing. He is currently a student in Spalding's Accelerated Nursing Program, and as I learned earlier this evening, his goal is to continue on to get his master's and become a nurse practitioner in family medicine. In nursing, he values the deep human connections he makes with patients and their families. Oni says that his personal fulfillment makes his work therapeutic, not hectic. For his outstanding scholarship and for his deep personal commitment to nursing, please join me in recognizing Onileola Ilesanmi as the 2024 recipient of the Jeff and Phyllis Osborne Scholarship Award. Look for it on his social media. I don't know what your hashtags are or your things. I'll have to ask my children the proper language on how to present that. So, but congratulations.
Since 2006, the JFCS Mosaic Awards has celebrated refugees, immigrants, and first-generation Americans who are leaders, changemakers, and humanitarians here in Louisville. Our 2024 honorees will join a cohort of more than 80 Mosaic alumni from 43 different countries who are making an impact in our city, Commonwealth, and beyond. Without further ado, here are our 2024 honorees. Juana Perez, known by the community as Juanita, is from Guatemala. She has lived in Louisville for almost 22 years and was instrumental in the founding of La Casita Center, which was established in 2006. The hospitality model for La Casita Center was born out of the loving generosity and accompaniment of Juanita to the community. In her role at La Casita Center, she connects the Latin American community to crucial wraparound services such as food and clothing. Juanita is the first to greet them with a warm meal or drink and an open heart and mind that provides comfort and security in a new job or country. Her dignity, strength, and compassion are at the heart of everything she does. Juanita came to Louisville seeking a better life for herself and her family, and she works tirelessly to ensure people like herself make a new home in Louisville to find work and to improve their lives. She is the proud mother of 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. Dr. Patrick Purcell is a changemaker, instructor, and researcher. In 2005, Patrick and his wife came to the U.S., where he worked at Vanderbilt University. In 2007, he came to Louisville to work at the University of Louisville in the counseling psychology program. Since 2018, he has also served as director of Cardinal Success Program, providing free behavioral health services to uninsured and underinsured clients throughout Louisville. As Patrick took on this role, CSP had 2 clinics located in West Louisville. Since then, he forged additional partnerships with multiple community organizations and expanded CSP to currently 5 clinics throughout Louisville. Patrick's work as director of CSP changes Louisville not only through the direct services he provides, but also by the fact that he supervised so far more than 80 future mental health professionals and prepared them to work with clients from marginalized communities. He consistently exhibits respect and compassion for clients, students, and colleagues by being a role model for underserved populations. Patrick always held high standards for himself and his students while also showing support and respect at the same time. Ahmed Farah is a luminary in Louisville's immigrant and refugee community. Originally hailing from Somalia, Ahmed's journey to the United States at the age of 17 marked the continuation of a remarkable story. By the time he landed in the U.S., he'd already lived in 5 different countries across 3 continents. Fluent in 3 languages, Ahmed's global perspective has become instrumental in his mission to enhance the city's embrace of its diverse international community. Ahmed recently founded the nonprofit Asili, a dynamic force committed to empowering African immigrant and refugee youth and young adults. He actively serves on the boards of nonprofits like Fairness Campaign, Loose, and South Louisville Community Ministries. A distinguished graduate of the University of Louisville with both a bachelor's and master's degree in social work, Ahmed's academic achievements underscore his dedication to community enrichment. Ahmed's legacy, however, is not just professional, but personal, as a devoted husband and father to 2 exceptional children, Naomi and Rami. Dr. Waqar Salim graduated from King Edward Medical College in Lahore, Pakistan in 1995. He completed residency in family medicine at the University of Louisville in 2000. Through Dr. Salim's leadership roles at Muslim Americans for Compassion, Doctors for Healthy Communities, and Family Community Clinic, Dr. Salim promotes interfaith dialogues and works to connect various communities. His work focuses on health equity and ensuring all have access to proper medical care. Dr. Salim is consistently living a life in service to others to lift them up and positively change our community. After the tornadoes and floods in 2021 and 2022, he traveled to all parts of the state to deliver supplies and find out what families needed. That led to the creation of a scholarship for high school kids in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. Dr. Salim's work is directly impacting the health and lives of Louisvillians and Kentuckians all across the Commonwealth. A native of Burundi, Amos Izeryomani resettled to Louisville in 2007 after spending 12 years in a Tanzanian refugee camp. Amos is the Director of International and Immigrant Affairs for Louisville Metro Government, the first refugee in this role, where he's responsible for promoting equity, welcoming initiatives, and inclusion of immigrant and refugee communities. Amos is leading the way in keeping Louisville a vibrant, welcoming community. He embodies our diverse culture and allows other refugees and immigrants to feel like they can call Louisville home. Amos creates community wherever he goes and continuously tries to find ways to connect refugees and immigrants to various services and resources in Louisville. Amos previously served over 2 years as program manager and interim director of the Office of Globalization. He holds a master's degree in international law, a master's degree in conflict resolution, and a liberal arts degree in peace and social justice studies. And finally, a new Mosaic Award added just this year. It's the Corporate Changemaker Award. This new award will be given each year to a business or company that has made a tangible impact in supporting immigrants and refugees in Greater Louisville. JFCS hopes this award will encourage other companies to embrace and support refugees and immigrants in Louisville through innovative programs. The first ever Corporate Changemaker Mosaic Award is presented to GE Appliances, a hire company. Recognition of its Every Voice program that has created positive change within our community through English language classes and a myriad of other programs to help recently resettled refugee immigrants and English language learners feel at home, welcome, and supported. This program is unique by providing interpreter services so that language isn't a barrier to employment at GE Appliances. The program is helping people gain confidence in their personal lives and creating opportunities for advancement professionally. GE Appliances is leading the way and making a lasting impact in Louisville and beyond. Congratulations to our 2024 Mosaic honorees.
Muy buenas noches. Mi nombre es Karina Varillas y tengo el gran honor de ser parte del equipo de la Casita Center. My name is Karina Varillas and it is my honor to be part of La Casita Center's team. It is also my privilege to introduce to you my very good friend, my sister, my inspiration, my teacher, Juanita Pérez. Para mí es un gran privilegio el presentarles esta noche a mi amiga, mi hermana, mi maestra, Juanita Pérez. Ha sido el privilegio de mi vida acompañarla casi la mitad de nuestras vidas juntas. It has been a great privilege in my life to accompany each other almost half of our lives. Hemos llorado juntas, we have cried together, nos hemos reído, we have laughed, but we have also had the opportunity to build a dream that it almost felt impossible. También tuvimos la oportunidad de crear un sueño que en momentos parecía totalmente imposible. Para mí, como una mujer mestiza guatemalteca, entender el racismo en Guatemala fue únicamente cuando de los labios de Juanita y de su historia pude aprender lo que eso significaba para ella y para muchas de las familias indígenas en Guatemala. As a mestiza, it was for me a great learning experience to learn from Juanita's experience, her stories, and the stories of other indigenous families, the racism that is being felt in Guatemala and in here by two indigenous families. También he tenido el honor de presenciar y ser testiga de su fuerza, de su valentía y de su sobrevivencia. It has also been for me a great honor to witness her strength, her courage, and her resiliency. Juanita esperó por tantos años poder tener la oportunidad de ver a sus hijos juntos con ella. Juanita waited for a long time to be together with her children and see them grow next to her. Pude presenciar la espera tan grande de su hija Araceli y de su hija Lucero. Tuve el privilegio de estar ahí, mano a mano, viéndola el día que las dio a luz. I have had the great opportunity to be next to Juanita when she was expecting her two baby girls, Araceli and Lucero. What an honor for me. Pero también pude presenciar los sueños de poder traer a su querido hijo Juan, a su querido hijo Ronald Santos y a su querido hijo Luis. But I also saw and waited with her, next to her, to welcome back next to her to the U.S., to her beloved sons, Juan, Santos, and Luis. Juanita es una inspiración. Juanita is an inspiration. La casita no existiera sin Juanita. There is no La Casita without Juanita. Juanita es el corazón de la casita. Juanita is the heart of La Casita. En pobrezas, en teniendo nada, con sacrificios personales y financieros, hemos logrado a través de tantos años lo que es hoy nuestra organización. It has been through so much work, so much personal and financial sacrifices that we have worked so hard for us to have to this day what La Casita is in our community. Gracias, Juanita, por todo lo que eres y por todos los regalos que nos das a cada día. Thank you, Juanita, for everything that you are and for all the gifts that you give us every day. Querida comunidad, con ustedes, Juanita Pérez. Beloved community, with you, Juanita Pérez. I am going to have the honor to be Juanita's interpreter this evening. Voy a tener el honor de ser el intérprete de Juanita esta noche.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Creo que ya saben mi nombre.
You already know my name, Juanita Pérez.
Yo soy una mujer indígena. Soy una mujer orgullosamente maya. Vengo de una familia humilde y pobre de las montañas de Guatemala.
I am a very proud indigenous Mayan woman. I come from a very humble and poor family in the mountains in Guatemala.
Nunca me imaginé si iba a ganar un premio como esta.
I never thought of winning an award like this one.
Cuando yo inicié a trabajar en la casita, mi idea es ayudar a las personas como a mí me ayudaron.
It was my idea when I started working at La Casita to help other people just the very same way that I was helped.
Y para mí, cuando el trabajo, para mí no es un trabajo, es algo que hago con todo mi corazón.
For me, it's not a job. It is something that I do with all my heart.
Darle la bienvenida a las personas, compartir comida y un café a las personas.
Welcoming people, share with them coffee and food. That's what I do.
Es muy importante ayudar a la comunidad, no con lástima, porque las personas se merecen.
It is very important that we accompany our community, not out of pity, but because they deserve better.
Cuando a mí me enseñaron, mis papás me enseñaron a tratarnos, no importa si somos indígenas, somos ladina y somos moreno, rico y pobre, que nos tratemos todo igual.
My parents and my ancestors taught me that all of us are the same, that it doesn't matter if we are indigenous, mestizos, Afro-descendants, poor, rich, everybody deserves to be treated the same.
Mi deseo es tratarnos con una comunidad igual.
It is my desire that all of us in this community treat each other as equals. Se agradece. ¿A quién agradece? ¿A quién agradece?
Le doy gracias a Dios por ese premio y también le doy gracias a las personas que estuvieron conmigo cuando empezamos ese trabajo. Le doy gracias a mis hijos que están conmigo. También le doy gracias al grupo de la casita, son mi familia. Gracias por todo.
I want to thank God for this award, to all of you, for the people that helped me at the beginning. I want to thank my children for being here with me, and I want to thank La Casita because they are my family.
I am Megan Pfeiffer, Chair of the Department of Counseling and Human Development at the University of Louisville. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Patrick Posel as a 2024 recipient of the JFCS Mosaic Awards. At U of L, we're guided by the cardinal principles, including being a community of care centered on respect for each other's humanity and dignity, in which we celebrate the diversity and richness of identities and experiences. This includes a commitment to a sense of belonging and thriving for all global citizens within the Louisville community, including those not born in the United States. Closely aligned with our work at U of L, the mission of Jewish Family and Career Services is to expand possibilities for each person and every family to meet life's challenges with confidence. Its vision is that all in Greater Louisville will live with dignity and purpose. I think JFCS stole my line. Those are exactly the ways in which I would describe Dr. Posel. It's particularly fitting that I have the privilege to introduce Dr. Posel in recognition of his impact, given that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Dr. Posel is a professor of counseling psychology at the University of Louisville, where he also serves as the director of the Cardinal Success Program, a behavioral health clinic that provides training to emerging clinicians and scholars, research about best practices, and services to underserved youth, adults, and families at no cost to clients. Dr. Posel is a licensed clinical psychologist in Germany and in Kentucky. He studies topics such as how social disparities and discrimination affect mental health and strategies for the prevention of depression among young people. It's not quite sufficient to say that he studies them. He has generated over $6 million in grants and contracts, a substantial component of which has gone towards training future practitioners and providing direct services to high-need communities. In just the past year at Cardinal Success, Dr. Posel oversaw services for more than 250 clients through over 1,500 individual, no-cost sessions. He maintains partnerships with the Jewish Heritage Fund for Excellence, Louisville Metro Government, Jefferson County Public Schools, the Have a Heart Clinic, the U of L Ryan White Program, and more. These partnerships are intentional. Frankly, Dr. Posel could work anywhere with his choice of projects. Yet time after time, he seeks out partners in Louisville who share his vision, and indeed that of JFCS, for wellness and thriving for all, particularly those with identity-based challenges and disparate access to care. Now here's what I know about Patrick as a person. He's kind, patient, quite funny, and welcoming. He's a forgiving colleague, yet a persistent advocate. He uses his position to speak up powerfully and consistently to ensure that equity is front of mind and central to action. He models the way and he leads by example. In short, Dr. Postel centers care for others and positive social change in everything that he does. The purpose of the Mosaic Award is to celebrate the diversity and accomplishments of honorees as they help build the city of Louisville and the Commonwealth of Kentucky into a brighter, more inclusive space. Dr. Postel is a deserving recipient of this distinguished honor. He is a true leader and change maker. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Patrick Postel, a 2024 honoree of the JFCS Mosaic Award.
Good evening. We all got told we have 3 minutes, but thanks to a little snafu with my name, David gave me the okay. I can do up here whatever I want. So now I will talk for 45 minutes. No, usually I speak free, but I have a script to stick to the 3 minutes. So, as I got asked what this award means to me, and all 5 of us got actually asked what it means, I said, it gives me hope. Hope. Ooh, I'm also close to crying all the time, so get used to it. So it gives me hope there's another American, not a loud one. I obviously feel also honored. And that's true, both of it. And there's more. I have more responses to it. This award is for me a reminder. It reminds me that the things you honor me for today are only possible due to multiple privileges I hold. Due to my lovely wife and me being from Germany, a rich country with quite close ties to the US, we could buy a ticket and fly here. We didn't have to walk through jungles and over mountains for months, working on a way to make the money to make the next stop, and relying on human traffickers. Sorry, human smugglers. Due to us having German academic degrees, it was never a question if we would be allowed to work as psychologists. We're both psychologists in Kentucky. Only due to that I'm able to do what you honor me for today. So I don't have to work in underpaid and underprivileged jobs, no matter my knowledge, expertise, or degrees. Due to me being an academician from Germany, we were able to apply for American citizenship after the shortest possible time, and of course our applications were approved after only a few weeks, while, for example, a colleague of mine from South Korea did not only have to ask repeatedly where her application is, but got in the end rejected with the reasoning, we already have enough of you. Due to me being white and a male, I often say, as long as I shut up, I blend in. I don't have to be afraid while walking down the street, being called names, being beaten, or raped. So the answer to the question, what this award means to me is, yes, I'm deeply honored. And it makes me confront the fact that what I do is only possible due to the privileges I hold. So I would like to thank the individuals that were involved in nominating me and selecting me for this award, for what this award already taught me and what it will teach me in the future about myself and America. Thank you.
Good evening, honorees, community members, and honored guests. My name is Christina Milkey, and I am a career counselor for refugees and immigrants at JFCS. For the past 6 years, I have had the pleasure of collaborating with Ahmed Farah in the work of welcoming our newest neighbors to Louisville. Since Ahmed's arrival in the U.S. as a teenager, he has shown his heart for service. His professional journey in Louisville is a showcase of his passion for helping others, having worked with family health centers, child protective services, and the Louisville Free Public Library prior to his current role at U of L as a program manager for youth services. In his position at the library, Ahmed ensured that both our newest arrivals and oldest residents were provided a safe space of belonging within the Louisville metro area, a place for cultures to interact and learn from each other, and a place that everyone could call home. In addition to his day job, he serves as a board member for the Fairness Campaign, South Louisville Community Ministries, and LUCE. And as if he wasn't busy enough, Ahmed recently started his own nonprofit, Asili, which is dedicated to empowering African immigrant and refugee youth and young adults. Ahmed exemplifies the Jewish values of kahila, community, tzedek, justice, and avodah, service, and it is a great honor for JFCS to present him with the Justice Mosaic tonight. Please help me welcome this changemaker to the stage.
Let's try this again. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. So I also have something to keep me on track, if I can find it. All right. First, I would like to start by thanking everyone who's here to celebrate us and the work that we are doing in the community. I also want to thank JFCS for creating this platform to celebrate and recognize immigrants and refugees and the work they are doing in making Louisville a more welcoming city. I remember when I first came to the U.S. in 2010, a little over 13 years ago. It was in November. It was a snowy day. It was also the first time I saw snow. I really enjoyed it for about a week, and then I think I've had enough. I didn't need any more snow. I also remember the first thing that I thought Kentucky was going to be, which was Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. And last but not least, I also remember that I thought Kentucky would be a state like California with nice weather, the palm trees, the beach. Based on the American TV shows that I watched, although I was disappointed at first, I realized that Louisville quickly became my home. It was the first place I called home. And like they said, I've lived in multiple countries across multiple continents, but Louisville was the first place I truly called home, which makes this award even more important because now I am a part of what makes Louisville a welcoming city, a diverse city, but also a city that we can proudly call home. And Christina did an amazing job. I think my ego was boosted a little bit. Thank you for that. But all of the work that she talked about me doing, I wouldn't be able to do without my village that raised me to be who I am today. I have some people here that are from that village. There are many organizations that I work with, like La Casita, the Office for Immigrant Affairs, led by my dear friend and fellow honoree, Amos Hermana. But I also want to take a moment to thank a few people who are dear to my heart. My sister, Huda, younger sister who is here. Hi. My sister and my mother flew in from Minnesota last night just for this event, so I thank them for that one more time. My mother, who has gone through so many things, so many obstacles, living in multiple continents, countries where she didn't speak the language or understand the cultures or the values, she was able to not only survive, but allow us to thrive, to put me to where I am today. And so I want to give her a huge shout out. I wouldn't be here without you. I also have one of my dear friends from high school. We've been friends for 10 years now, Jasenia, who came last minute today. Thank you for that. And then my mother-in-law. Hi. And last but not least, I want to thank my dear wife, Dr. Rebecca Bloomer, who has been an anchor in terms of support and strength and making sure that I stay on track. I wouldn't be where I am today without that village. And I would like to end my speech with a quote, an African quote I like to think, which is, "It takes a village to raise a child." And just like my village raised me, I'd like all of us today here and abroad to become the village that is raising the city that is Louisville, to become more welcoming and more diverse, and a place we truly call home with pride. Thank you.
As a Louisvillian, I would like to thank JFCS for bringing all of us together in purpose for helping new Americans to get settled in their beloved country, and especially in these trying times to have us together. May Illinois keep this spirit alive till eternity. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce a wonderful Louisvillian who has gone above and beyond his call of duty to serve his community. I have privilege of knowing him since kindergarten while growing up in a small town, Kharia, in the plains of Punjab in Pakistan. But I never imagined that one day I'll be standing on this podium and introducing this kid who's now older than hell to receive this prestigious award. Especially, he used to steal my lunch in kindergarten because he loved the yummy sandwiches made by my grandma. Wow, man, you have come across a long way in life. And he did not quit even chasing me across the globe. And we landed on the shores of Mother America in the same plane in December 1995. So all jokes aside, Dr. Salim is a wonderful human being. He's a board-certified physician in family medicine, hospice and palliative medicine, and addiction medicine. He serves as assistant clinical professor at University of Louisville and clinical faculty at University of Kentucky. And in addition to these, he's also vice president of Kentucky Board of Medical Licensure to keep a tab on physicians like me. In addition to his academic and professional achievements, he is a relentless volunteer. He still actively volunteers at Family Community Clinic, which provides free care to our fellow citizens who are uninsured. He is a founding member and vice president of Muslim Americans for Compassion, an organization that strives to bring Louisvillians together in purpose. Many of you have attended Interfaith Iftar Dinner for the last 14 years in the holy month of Ramadan, and he's the main force behind organizing it. He has also coordinated all the relief efforts on behalf of MAC, especially in past few years when the tornado hit Western Kentucky and when Eastern Kentucky was ravaged by the floods. Similarly, he's also founding member of Doctors for Healthy Communities, which is an organization which focuses on providing free physical examinations and sports examinations to the kids in Jefferson County public school system that with help of volunteers so that they can play a sport and they can have their eye checked, and if they need eyeglasses, then Doctors for Healthy Community organizes that. In addition to that, he is a pivotal force in making sure that food insecurity in those schools is addressed, back to school supplies, or anything which they need, this gentleman is there. So he's truly a force of nature. He is a one super homo sapien. He's a kid that which any parent will like to have. I hope that my twin boys, that one day they follow his path of compassion, and I think I will be a proud father. So without any further ado, I request this force of nature to come to the podium and receive this award for Awoda.
Thank you so much, Babar. A fun fact about me and Babar, since we went to kindergarten together, we also used to go to speech tournaments together. And of course, you all can imagine who won all those speeches. And it wasn't me, so. I have been to the Mosaic Awards before, multiple times, and it is truly humbling to be on this stage. I want to start congratulating with my fellow award recipients. It is an honor for me to be in your company. I guess the reason I'm here today with some of my work, and Dr. Babar has been so generous to mention, with Muslim American for Compassion, with Doctors for Healthy Communities, with Family Community Clinic, and doing some of this service work, I always ask myself, do I follow the golden rule? And for me, the golden rule is a little bit longer. Do I treat others the way I want to be treated myself and my family? And ladies and gentlemen, it is very hard to do that. Whenever I ask this question to myself, the answer is always no. I wish I can get there one of these days. Interestingly, it's the rule which is followed by pretty much all the faith traditions I know. The truth is, if we all do follow this rule, there won't be any conflict overseas, there won't be any divisions in our country, and there won't be any social issues in our city. We actually will not need any nonprofits. David, you won't have any job anymore, so. But until then, we really need nonprofits. And we really need good people just to help others. I want to thank JFCS for this amazing gathering, but more importantly, the work they do. You all are truly amazing. I don't know whose ideas were this with the flags, but this is a wonderful idea. So getting these flags were awesome. Thanks to Temple Shalom for sharing the table with us. Rabbi Beth, Lee, Bobby, thanks for being here. Thanks to our MAC board members. So Barbara is here, Maha is here, both of them former Mosaic recipients. And Dr. Raza is here. He's our MAC board member. He deserved this award more than me. He's a wonderful soul. I want to thank my wife, Hannah. She's sitting right over there. You're amazing. You keep our family together so well, and we are so lucky to have you. My kids are here, Jawad, Nashwa. You both make me so proud, and I learned so much from both of you. You're kind of my best friends now. Jawad dared me to see that, he dared me that if I can wear these glasses on the stage, so I'll do it just for him, just to show him. He said, I will not wear these funny glasses, and I said, I'll do it for you. So, hey, Jawad, I'm right here. So. I can't wait to see the next chapter of both of your life. And lastly, I just want to thank each one of you. I've met so many of the friends over here, so thanks for being here for us in this wonderful gathering. Thank you.
First off, I'm speechless. I mean, literally, I should have written out a speech like everybody has, but I did not, and I apologize for that, so I'm going to wing it. And when I realized that I did not have a written out speech, I said, what's my talk going to be all about? I thought I'd introduce Amos, tell you all kinds of things about him, but there was a wonderful video that preceded everything. I don't know how I can best that. And then he's going to come up and talk about himself. So, I mean, there's no way in the world that I could add anything more about Amos himself. But I will. And so I looked at the invitation that we all got. All of us have seen this. But I read it. And I think some words are so important that I want to read them to you again. The Mosaic Awards recognizes immigrants, refugees, and first-generation Americans who have made an impact in the greater Louisville community. There cannot be more powerful words than impact in the greater Louisville community. Lots of us, immigrants, when we come in, we want to achieve things. We want to build businesses. We want to achieve a lot of things. But very few people step out and contribute their talents and their time to make an impact in this community and in this country. just to be clear about it, and first of all, since I don't have a speech, the 2 or 3 minute limit goes out of the window. Watch them sweat. So we live in a wonderful country. What is this country made of? It's made of millions and millions of waves of immigrants that have come. Every single one of us at some point in time are descendants from immigrants. So today we use the word immigrant, but really the more technical word would be the foreign-born, or somebody who's recently arrived, new Americans. And I think the important thing to remember is that JFCS is showcasing that very important trait that we want to inculcate in every child, in every person who comes in, that when you come, you partake of this country. This country has been built by other people who've preceded you, who've built it up. Now it's your turn to contribute, your turn to give back. I have been honored by JFCS, thank you so much, in 2011. And then I was doubly honored when JFCS honored my wife, Sureka. Who founded the Beaded Treasures Project. And then I was triply honored, I don't know if that's a word, when my daughter, Nima, was awarded the award last year. She is the first immigrant legislator ever in the history of Kentucky. So the word that comes to me from what this event, what this mosaic is supposed to give us is inspiration. And that's what JFCS is inculcating. Inspiration in each one of us to follow somebody else who's done it and has moved forward. I have had the good fortune, if I may, of being asked, I'm going past the 3 minutes, I was asked to found the Office for Globalization by Mayor Fisher in 2011. This was a maiden effort, never thought about. And we felt that it is important for us to help JFCS and other organizations build up a movement which would showcase an welcoming, inclusive community, which can then be proven to be a thriving community. An inclusive community does become a thriving community. The reverse is not necessarily true. So we have decided to take the first step here to be inclusive, to be welcoming, and that's why this Office for Globalization was formed. It was an experiment. We didn't expect it to last. I was the founding director, spent 4 years. I was succeeded by 2 other directors, Brian Warren, I don't know if he's here, Sabine Nassim, she's probably not here, and then Kevin Lynch took over for about a year. And then Amos has taken over this effort. So I'm proud to say that it is our combined effort that have made this a reality, that we want to make this an inclusive, thriving community. And the city, metro government, have in their wisdom decided to continue it. And continue it in a way that if this were a State of the Union type of address, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, the state of our welcoming community is strong in the hands of Amos Izerimana. I present to you Amos to come take this award.
I cannot follow Suhas, so I am very, very sorry. Thank you so much, JFCS. Thank you, David. Thank you, Courtney, and everybody that has been putting on this award for so many years, and that will continue to do so in the next few years. And before I go on and on, I do want to start by recognizing all my fellow honorees tonight. Please help me recognize them tonight. I think we all share something here, and I just want to start with a caveat that I did not read their speeches. So if you hear anything that's similar to theirs, I think that's really an example of how much our community is so connected. And so I'm very humbled to be here tonight to accept this Mosaic Award. I want to start by thanking the Almighty God who has created me and has brought me here to Louisville, Kentucky, and has blessed me with this role that I now hold. And also my parents, who have worked very hard to bring me and my 11 siblings right here to Louisville. And also not forgetting my beautiful fiance, Nancy, who made it here from Cincinnati. And thank you to the nominating committee here at JFCS. And here's where you start questioning why I said I gave a caveat before starting. The African saying that it takes a village to raise a child has rung true in my life since coming to the United States. I was resettled here in Louisville after spending 12 years in a Tanzanian refugee camp. And as you can imagine, I know we have many who have had that experience. It was not easy to live. Thankfully, I was born in a large family. My family was my village. They are the only ones I could trust. So I do want to start by recognizing my parents who are here with us tonight. If they could please stand. I want to thank them for enduring unimaginable hardships to flee from conflict and raise 12 children in a refugee camp and to bring them to Louisville, Kentucky. Although my mother has not been able to work due to an injury incurred in the refugee camp, they have done a phenomenal job of giving us a future right here in this community. That is due in part to the incredible work of community organizations with whom I get the honor of working with every day. In 2019, JFCS Navigate Enterprise helped my parents start a business, a grocery store, which has really been a pillar for many of our East African refugees and immigrants here in Louisville. They offer foods and items from East Africa at that grocery store. And despite the pandemic, none of the challenges have held them back. Their business continues to grow, and I'm very, very proud of their resilience that they have exemplified, and I want to dedicate this award to them. I often share with many of our community partners that I am the product of the tireless work that they do every day, from learning English through Catholic charities and working with families in deportation and removal proceedings. I have found that it takes all of us to create a sense of belonging for all of our neighbors. And that continues to inspire me in my role with the Mayor's Office for Immigrant Affairs. I want to recognize my team who is here tonight, if they could please stand. At the Office for Immigrant Affairs, we are building trust between government and international communities through our Global Louisville Leadership Academy. We are fostering equitable access to resources and opportunity through our language access program led by the great Dr. Monica Laquani. And also our REACH small business program that helps immigrant entrepreneurs learn about tools and tips that they can use to grow their businesses, with whom also JFCS is a partner, and that's led by Emily Brandon. I saw her here tonight. And so we couldn't do this work alone. I appreciate all of the community partners like JFCS who are doing their part in creating a welcoming community. I appreciate Louisville for embracing me. And I appreciate the various community organizations that have supported me in this journey thus far. This award to me means that every refugee who finds home here in Louisville finds hope. Hope to dream, to inspire others, and make an impact in this community and in our world. So thank you once again for this recognition and for supporting me and my family through this journey. This work is not just a passion of mine, it's who I am. So join me and let us continue to work together towards a future where everyone feels welcomed and a future where compassion, empathy, understanding, and belonging prevail. Thank you. Murakoze-chan.
The Every Voice program at GE Appliances creates a pathway for individuals whose first language is not English. This program not only provides employment to newly arrived refugees, but also gives them the opportunity to learn English as part of their employment. It gives refugees the ability to express themselves in English, which connects them more deeply to the community and opens many avenues to achieve their personal and professional goals. As Mark Charnas, GE Appliances VP of Finance, former JFCS board director and attendee here this evening said, "It's good for business, and at the end of the day, it's just the right thing to do." We hope that through this award, more businesses find the value in doing the right thing, investing in the refugee and immigrant population that we know makes Louisville a stronger, more vibrant city. I would like to welcome Gabriela Salazar, Program Manager for the Every Voice program, to the stage to accept the award on behalf of GE Appliances.
Good evening. First of all, thank you so much to JFCS, and congratulations to all of the recipients tonight. GE Appliances, we are very grateful for the recognition and for the work that we are doing with immigrants and refugees in our company. I am Ecuador-born, raised in Kentucky, so I'm a reflection of our community, and that's what we're doing with Every Voice at GE Appliances. We are a reflection of our community, and we want to continue to be a welcoming environment for people to work. We want the program to grow, and so I just want to say thank you to all of you for giving us this recognition, and also thank you to the GE Appliances team. Every single one of you have contributed in small and big ways to the success of our program. So thank you for your hard work, and thank you for everyone for all your support.